What's up, y'all? Forward Fabian, we are back with a reaction to crazy, scary, creepy TikToks, man. Just call it all of the above, man. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. I do have a TikTok playlist, man. Go check that out. Let's go and hop into the videos.
Facts that sound fake but are actually 100% true. The inventor of the Frisbee had his ashes turned into a Frisbee when he died. All Skittles are the same flavor.
Bruh.
They're just scented differently, so it tricks your brain into thinking that they taste different, but they don't. The national animal of Scotland is a unicorn. The expiration date on plastic water bottles isn't for the water itself, it's for the bottle. If you filled a bucket with water and you put a can of Diet Coke and a can of regular Coke, the Diet Coke would float to the top and the regular Coke would sink.
Nah, I think we all knew the bottle one, man. That's why people advise using plastic bottles nowadays. You know, I can't help it. I'm still kind of on it, but they say, like, obviously, plastic is toxic. It's toxicity. Everything should be maintained in glass bottles, man. If you know, you don't know. If you know, you know now. Yeah.
Do you like cool facts? I like cool facts. Here's one. The sun is 40 times as wide as the moon is. And it's 40 times farther away. So if you're 40 times as wide and 40 times farther away, what that means is, on the sky, you are basically the same size. The bigger one is farther, the smaller one is closer. The angles work out perfectly, so that in a total solar eclipse, when the moon comes in front of the sun, it's a perfect match in size. By the way, sometimes, because the moon's distance to Earth changes, sometimes the moon is a little bit smaller than the sun. And when that happens, it leaves a ring. The eclipse is not total coverage. There's a ring left over of sunlight on the outside.
Really weird human body facts that I can guarantee you didn't know. If you were gonna very carefully cut off all of your skin, you could survive about 3 days after. If you ever have a dream that's in black and white rather than color, it means that that dream's gonna be stored in your long-term memory rather than the short-term. While it can be kind of hard to tell, most people can actually hear the difference between hot and cold water being poured.
Weird Animal Facts, Part 1. Number 1. If you were to swim near a pod of narwhals and hear one whistle, it might be the last thing you ever hear. That's because the sounds that narwhals make are so loud that it will make you go deaf. Number 2. In 2012, a woman collapsed to the floor while feeding her pigs, and moments later the pigs began eating her alive. Number 3. Villagers along the Niger River in Zimbabwe.
I wonder why that is, why pigs are so savage, man. They just eat anything. They just put their head down and start, you know, grubbing away. Eating flesh. What ain't? I mean, wild hogs make sense, but just pigs? Like, come on, man.
Zimbabwe were losing cows and people at such an alarming rate that they had to call in the army. Well, the culprit was a 22-foot long crocodile who weighed over 2,500 pounds.
Here's some facts about the Quran that might shock you.
In a book containing over 6,000 verses, heaven and hell are each repeated 77 times.
The words angels and devils are also repeated equally at 88 times.
The word day is repeated 365 times.
And the word month is repeated 12 times.
The word punishment is mentioned 117 times.
Whereas the word forgiveness is twice that at 234 times.
Makes sense.
Showing you the mercy of God.
And that entire book was revealed over the course of 23 years by a man who could not read nor write.
I just found
all I gotta say is Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. Here.
out the craziest fun fact. Everyone in America at birth is given a social security number, but that number is actually tied to how many Americans there were before you were born, right? So like for me, there's 683,746,533 other Americans before I was born. That's just crazy.
That's wild, if that's true. See? Y'all see that fun fact? Mom dolphins sing to their babies in the womb. That's why dolphins got such a high IQ. Dolphins are smart. You always hear these wondrous stories how they're saving people lost at sea. People who was about to drown. They bring them up to the surface. Dolphins are smart for this specific reason here. You know how they even say when like women are pregnant with their children, like if you're if you're listening to music, you're playing instruments, or some women when they're pregnant, they'll actually put like headphones on their belly so that the baby can hear the music. And they say those kids tend to come out with higher IQs. If your kid is listening to music in the womb, he gonna be smart. Like, genius. Baby genius.
It's about women that are actually pretty crazy. Part 2. Women speak 20,000 words a day. That's 13,000 more than the average man. So basically that just means women talk a lot.
Yeah.
We love y'all, but women actually live longer than men, partially because their immune systems age slower, but we won't get into all that. And guys, women are going to rule the world one day. They're living longer than you. If they already haven't ruled the world, they will. So,
well, we also know, additionally, men work themselves into an early grave, right? If you're a protector and provider, usually that would come with the fact that your lifespan is probably not that long. Whether you're providing and you get old and wrinkly and tired and your body gives out on you, or you're protecting and somebody breaks into the house and you get gunned down. Very common sense here.
pay more respect to them. Women actually cry around 30 to 64 times a year, whereas men cry 6 to 17 times per year.
Facts.
But guys, unfortunately, men are probably the cause of half of those, if not all of them.
Oh, we got.
I apologize. According to research, a woman actually spends on average around 5 days looking at herself in the mirror. And no wonder. They kind of look like this.
Mind-blowing facts you didn't know about love. Yeah. Holding hands with someone you love can help alleviate stress, fear, and actually physical pain. When lovers look each other in the eyes, their heartbeats can synchronize. That also rhymed. Men who cheat on their partners actually have lower IQs. Ha, I knew it. If you look into a stranger's eyes, you can actually fall in love.
This is all like female-based perspective. Because come on, man. Men don't care about holding hands like that. Men don't look in people's eyes and fall romantically in love. Forehead. Of course, they talk about the cheating thing. Like, and I'm not an advocate for it. But like, this is very biased. Let's keep it a bean.
Did it work? When someone is dumped, it can actually result in frustration attraction, which actually makes you love the person more who dumped you, which is so annoying. Men in their early 20s feel more emotional pain after a breakup than women. Again, thank you. It only takes about 2 to 4 minutes to fall for someone. I've known this all along and my friends just don't believe. Cuddling triggers the same neurological reaction as taking painkillers. I knew love was a drug.
More facts about dogs, because honestly we can all use the serotonin. Basenji is known as a barkless dog. He can't bark, but he does yodel. Swear to God. Dogs have a third eyelid. The third eyelid is called a haw and protects the eye from foreign objects. As someone that's been personally victimized by my own eyelashes several times, I wish we got this update. The most successful search and rescue dog was a Saint Bernard named Barry. He was born in the 1800s, and in his time he saved 40 people and was named a Swiss national hero. The bloodhound is the only animal whose evidence is submissible in a court of law because they're so good at scent tracking. Which means there's at least one person in the history of mankind that lost his freedom because this guy snitched. Dogs don't see in black and white. They don't see color as vividly as we do, but they do see color. And even though they see color, they treat us all the same because they believe in equality. Except these guys. I'm convinced they're racist. Dogs curl up into a ball to protect their vital organs. Which means if a dog curls up next to you, it means he's comfortable and trusts you enough to be vulnerable with you. It's believed that the German Shepherd is actually the closest dog to the wolf. It actually used to be called the Alsatian wolf dog. The oldest dog breed is the Saluki from ancient Egypt. Research shows that petting a dog can reduce your blood pressure. Comment.
Huh? What happened? So we just lost audio in the last few minutes. Is I'm tripping or what? Alright, we're going to end it there, man. For some reason the audio cut out. But with that being said, I appreciate those dog facts at the end. I know a lot about that stuff. Random weird TikTok facts, man. Comment down below. Let me know y'all's thoughts on this in the comment section. We'll see y'all in the next video, man. Peace, love, prosperity. God bless.